right, I'm going to record. I'm with Bill Wilken in Granville, Ohio, looking at his layout. Bill, is there a name to the layout?
None.
Okay. Did you model it after anything in particular?
Yeah, it's inspired by the Hudson Division of the New York Central in the Mid-Hudson Valley, basically between Poughkeepsie and Albany.
All right, I'm filming over there. Tell me a little bit about what's going on over there.
That's simply a cutout of a piece of, I think, Walter's scenery that I've glued to the background board, and have then made it look like it's actually sort of painted in there, but tricks of the eye that it's not painted at all. It's just cut out and glued in.
And all these trees, you got a lot of trees. How'd you make them?
They were all made out of so-called super trees material from Scenery Express, combination of sagebrush and their material and leaf material, and basically they're all made by spray painting the material and then dipping it in the leaf material.
Okay. Now the terrain here is kind of a rolling hill type thing. How'd you make your terrain?
The terrain is, most of it has just junk foam underneath from packaging that I've trimmed to size, and then have layered that with plaster of Paris.
Okay. So it's not necessarily styrofoam, it's whatever.
It's the stuff that comes out of packing boxes. Very little of it was bought for the purpose of creating scenery. And most of it just came in delivery packages.
Now over in the corner, more scratch-built stuff?
Yes, a combination. There are some of the items over there are Walther's kits. The building that is a cream colored with the brown doors is a scratch-built replica of a old New Haven freight house in Poughkeepsie, New York, on the line that used to run from Maybrook, New York, over to Danbury, Connecticut.
Okay, let me zoom out here a little bit, because I've got stuff near and far here. The roads that you made, those are, how'd you make the roads?
I printed them from a dot matrix, or from a inkjet printer, and then used a combination of, basically I went out to my driveway, photographed some driveway material, and then used Photoshop to create the curves and the stripes, and then printed it out on an inkjet printer, and then used just a garden variety sealant from Michael's, or one of those hobby shops, to keep the material from running if it gets wet.
All right, so there's very little store-bought stuff here. You like to go scratch as much as possible, don't you?
Yes, love scratch.
All right, now you got something really planned here. Tell me about the plan here.
You see an area, see a project, a tower standing there that's unpainted. That will be one of the two elevator towers, and I'm building a replica of a old New York Central Railroad station at Rhinecliff, New York, that was built by the Astors in the turn of the 20th century.
Huh. That may take a couple days.
It's a 6-month wintertime project.
Yeah.
Building the damn stairways, pardon my French, is going to be an exercise, and
Right.
going to keep me very busy.
Now, I love the roundhouse here,
And that's just a Walther's kit. There's nothing to that at all. That's just garden variety stuff off the shelf.
all right, you got a lot of open land over there. What's the plan?
That's a good question. I haven't quite figured that out. I'm still working on that. The area to the left of the roundhouse will be industrial buildings. I just got one loosely sitting over there, and I haven't finished that. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the open land yet. I haven't figured that out.
Okay. Now
Until I figure it out, I won't do anything.
Okay. Now we're coming through a nice little area here. Tell me the story behind this.
This area here is a replica, as much as I can from memory, of a area of the old New York Central in a little burg called Barrytown, New York, about 100 miles north of New York City, and it was where the New York Central, old New York Central, spread from two tracks to 4 south of Barrytown.
Okay, and then we find maybe the most unusual piece on the whole layout right here. What's this about?
This tennis court, people ask me, why do I put a tennis court on a model railroad? The long and short of it is that at Barrytown, New York, the old author, Gore Vidal, is now dead for several years, had a home where he had a tennis court right adjacent to the railroad tracks.
All right, over here, nice tunnel, good look. How'd you build that?
That was all built again from styrofoam and plaster Paris. All the ground cover is, I just do it by eye. I get many different colors of ground color material and I just blend it on the fly. I generally put a little wet paint down and then start sprinkling and use a lot of various types of glue down material and just keep layering until I get the look right.
Okay. We've got a lot of nice track here. Did a good job on the track.
I used a open source program on Linux to do the track layout, and it helped a great deal in terms of getting measurements and being able to get the curves right.
Now, the water here interests me. How'd you make your water?
The water is made using can't even remember the name of the commercial product I used anymore. Basically, it's largely done with a combination of matte medium and matte medium gloss, gloss material that artists use on their canvases. Right now, it needs cleaning. It's very dusty, so it doesn't shine properly. But we had some construction down here, and I haven't had a chance to clean everything off. So normally, it'll look more realistic with a little bit of water applied to it and the dust cleaned off.
Yeah, but I love that beach. And you've got even the different color water going out from the shoreline. That's a great...
Just old paint.
Love how you did that.
Just take scraps of junk paint and use that. Nothing, I generally don't buy much of anything, just scrounge from what's on the shelf.
And the stones, did you just...
Stones, I picked them out of the backyard and smashed them. They're not quite small enough to my liking. And one of these days I'll see if I can find something that's a little smaller, but right now it'll have to do. But they're actually not all that far removed from the size of the stones that were used on this causeway.
Yeah.
They're pretty close to scale, but
yeah,
they're just a little too big. They're probably about a third too big.
Probably only you would know that. They look pretty darn good. Any other big last plans for the...
Yeah, this line that goes out here and that what looks like a siding there will all tie together in a helix and a yard underneath the tables. That's my pièce de résistance, which I will probably start next winter sometime.
Well, it's a great layout. I love it.
Well, thank you.
Did a good job, and especially all the work you put into it. That's and I love the tall tables too, personally, because I'm a tall guy. So it's just a nice layout for a guy like me.
Should have built the background a little higher, but it's one of those things that you learn after the fact. But
well, you know, the one nice thing about this whole hobby is it's never done.
Exactly.
So you can work on this forever.
And there are all kinds of wonderful things that you can buy today, and it's just a matter of scrounging around to find the right stuff for your layout.
Yeah. Let me get one last sort of a general look to it.
What I'm really looking for right now is some appropriate panoramic background photographs for the end of the layout there where you see the buildings. And I think I'm going to have to do them myself. I haven't found anything commercially that really fits.
All right. Well, great job, Bill. Very nice.
Thanks.